So, link below in the description. I have a link to a video by Despot of Antrim, and he's a Irish video, movie, game critique, cultural critic type of thing, kind of the same vein as Critical Drinker or It's a Gundam or Nerdrotic. But he puts he's more long form. He'll put a lot of effort into one video. It'll last an hour, hour and a half, and he scripts them and writes them very well. And I don't think he does a lot of live stuff. And I enjoy listening to it because it's a little bit longer and you can like hit play and go for a long hike and stuff like that. But this is the second Woke Awards I've listened to his. I think he's done them 2 years in a row now, where he goes through the previous year's movies and just like the Oscars does, I'm sorry, for themselves about what they think their best farts were. He goes through and does actually a very thorough and methodical recreation of the Oscars, but he calls them the Woke Awards. And he has different categories like worst actress, worst movie, other clever categories like what was it? Best race swap, things like that. I was listening to the most recent one today, just finishing up more than 2-3 hours ago. Like it's actually really good. Not to say that his other work wasn't good. It's good. It's well written. But I'm being deadly serious because Hollywood and the movies that we get, at least in the West, is just such utter dog shit. And the Oscars are truly pointless. They mean nothing now. The only thing of any true constructive criticism, critical discussion, practical or useful analysis, or anything being said about movies coming out of America and the West, I think he does a real good job, like an annual summary. Now, I have it linked below. Worst of the Woke Awards 2024. It has 305,000 views. Weirder things have happened. Not that the main goal would be get more views than the Oscars, but I think it actually does have the ability to get more views than the Oscars, in part because the Oscars are just pointless now. Such trash. It serves no purpose. So it's therefore not that high. They're going down. There's been instances where people who have YouTube channels get more views, like the Jon Stewart show. Don't people get more views on some YouTube channels than Stephen Colbert or all these AstroTurf made up celebrities and legacy media shows? And because it was a good analysis and it's practical, and I think it's a much needed slap across the face of these, I don't know, how many adjectives could we use here? Inferior, hate filled, bigoted, sexist, racist, untalented, hack, I guess, but above all else, arrogant assholes. I think the having something to check them and be entertaining and point out the reality. And if you're going to have a show, have this kind of like, well, if we're going to recap Hollywood, this is a better recap of Hollywood than the Oscars are, because, like I said before, the Oscars are truly meaningless now. So I want to do my part to, get what modicum of an audience I have. Go check out the channel itself, Despot of Antrim. It's good, but his do the 2024 and then go back and do the 2023. It's entertaining. It's an hour and a half, 2 hours of really good show. Way more entertaining. Look, do you remember when you were a kid and your parents say you don't because they were boomer morons that didn't know any better? Like, you gotta watch it. It's the Oscars. It's really important. Like, okay. And you're falling asleep after hour 3.5. He gets through them faster. And there's very clever, funny witticisms. He's more of a Victor Borga dry humor that you get. But I was more entertained by that than any Oscar show I ever watched. And wouldn't it be nice? Would it be nice if somebody fucking Hollywood in the ass, like it deserves so desperately to be fucked, got more views than the Oscars themselves? And right now, that whole field, that cottage industry of geeks and gamers, neurotic, critical drinker, Kennel, Desperoo, Midnight's Edge, Yellow Flash, It's a Gundam, Despot of Antrim. Uh, they got more views and readership and eyeballs than all of journalism, than all the Hollywood news. You remember like back in the, oh my God, Hollywood news, Hollywood Access. Oh, what the hell was that saucy show? I don't think it's existing. But these guys, they have more readers and subscribers than traditional Hollywood journalist industry had back at maybe not its peak, but certainly today. Why can't we have shows that beat the Oscars? It shouldn't be that hard going forward. Anyway, that's it. There we go. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.